Hi viewers, and welcome to another episode of On the Farm, where we're vocal about everything local. I am Shakima Hanley. On this episode of On the Farm, we'll be speaking to the personnel in charge of the Propagation Unit right here in Prospect. But before we get into it, we take a short break and be right back after this.
8 billion people, one agri-food system. Conflict, climate change, slowdowns and downturns, inequality, rising food prices are denying progress to many, limiting progress for us all. What affects one impacts many. Sustainability starts with equal opportunity. Let's build a world with more and good quality food for all. Leave no one behind.
Welcome back, viewers. We're standing here in the Propagation Unit, and I'm going to ask the individual standing next to me to introduce herself today.
Hi, good morning. My name is Rhonda Vifas, and I'm the assistant at the Propagation Unit.
Rhonda, welcome to On the Farm. Tell us, what is the purpose of the Propagation Unit in the department?
Well, the Propagation Unit plays a major role in the department in terms of providing vegetable seedlings and fruit trees for farmers as well as backyard farmers.
Okay. Tell the viewers, what are some of the, let's start with seedlings. What are some of the seedlings that will be available from here for farmers and backyard farmers?
Okay, so we do things like sweet peppers, seasoned peppers, tomatoes, cabbage. We have two different types of cabbages, green and red. Watermelon, cucumber, eggplant, chives, bunching onion, and the list goes on and on.
Okay. What about fruit trees? What are some of the type of fruit trees you have here?
Well, fruit trees, we provide mangoes, which are varieties of mangoes like Amrapali, Julie, Palui, Bolton, Graham, and much more.
Okay. In terms of the production process, from planting a seed up to when it's ready for transplanting at a seedling stage, let's start with tomato. Tell the viewers, how long does it take?
Okay, so for instance, if a customer or potential customer place an order for seedling tomato, for example, it takes 3 to 5 days for the seed to germinate. After that, it takes 4 weeks for the seedling to be ready to go into the ground. So when you place an order, it's from germination to transplanting, it takes 4 weeks.
Okay. And sweet pepper. How about sweet pepper?
Sweet pepper, 6 weeks. It takes 1 week to germinate and 5 weeks to be ready. But some people like to plant them in 4 weeks. They want to plant them smaller because the smaller you plant the seedlings, they are better for the for your crops. The longer they stay in the trays, they get root bound, they start dropping their leaves, they don't perform well in the ground.
Okay, well, I'm happy you made mention of that. So if I am a farmer, a backyard farmer that is, and I come and collect a tray of tomato seedlings from you, how long after can I hold them in the trays, and when is the ideal time should they be transplanted?
Well, actually, what we recommend to our farmers and backyard farmers, if you're going to be placing an order for seedling, kindly ensure that your ground is ready. Correct. Or your pots are ready. Because correct, when we call, we will tell you exactly how long it will take. So that gives you ample time to prepare your area. So when we call you, we expect that your area is already prepared for that particular seedling. So when you get it, you should not keep it longer than a week in the tray, because it's starting to get root bound and it's not going to perform well. And when that doesn't happen, then people come back and say, your seedling ain't good, the seed is not good. But that's not the problem. The problem is leaving it too long in the tray and thinking that you have time with it, but it's not good to keep it that long in the tray.
So viewers, timing is key. Understand, timing is key. It doesn't mean that something is wrong with the seedlings or the seeds, but timing is key. All right. In terms of pricing, let's start with the fruit trees. Mango trees, what is the price range for them?
Mango trees, as long as they're grafted, is $30 for each plant. Okay. It doesn't matter what variety it is, it's $30. If it's an ungrafted mango tree, it's $15.
Okay. Any other fruit trees that you guys sell here and prices?
Yes, our price range is from $10 to $40. $10 for any culinary herbs. Okay. So it doesn't matter, for example, a pot of celery or a rosemary, thyme, marjoram, whatever is available. $10 as long as it's culinary herbs. With fruit trees, ungrafted is $15.
Okay.
Grafted fruit trees are $30 to $40.
What about seedlings?
Seedlings range from $1 to $30. So $1 you get one single seedling.
Okay.
A single seedling for
I'm just
$1.
supposed to say $1.
So you're a backyard farmer. You do not want an entire tray, because one tray has in 72 seedlings. You can either do it mix, or you can do a full crate of just one item. So if you do not want a full crate of one item, or you do not need a mixed tray because it's too much, you feel like it's too much seedling, you come in and you buy 10 seedlings, $10.
Okay, if you have a tray before, let's say somebody came before and bought a tray of seedlings, and or if they would have purchased some trays from somewhere else, and they want you to come and propagate some seeds for them, is the cost still the same if you were to distribute seedlings from your stock, or they bring their own seedling tray?
Oh no, the cost differs.
Okay.
So if a customer is bringing their seeds or trays or both, then we take the price down to $20 per tray. But if we providing everything, it's $30 a tray.
Okay.
So customers are free to bring their own seeds. If we do not have it, it's fine. Even if we do have the type and they still have the seed and they want to bring the seed, that's fine. We do it for them as well.
Okay. Is there any exotic plants that you guys propagate here as well?
Well, like I did listed some of the mangoes, which is the palui, the bolton. We have one called Philippi. Those are Asian mangoes.
Okay.
So those are exotic. Is not native to Nevis, so they are exotics. Some people, we introduced those mangoes some years back, and we continue to introduce it to the general public so they get accustomed to it. We do have photos that we can show like at open day. So those are some really nice mangoes. I'm encouraging people to buy them, plant them, grow these mangoes, and you'll see the difference, not just the Amripoli and the Julia everybody's accustomed to. Try these new kind of mangoes. They're really nice and they're really smooth, especially the ice cream. The ice cream is actually smoother than the Julia. It's not fibrous at all. You're eating it and nothing is sticking in between your teeth. It is really, really smooth. It's a really great tasting mango.
I've had ice cream before. I'm not a big fan, but it's clear that you like it.
Yes.
But I see why they do call it ice cream, because as she said, it's very smooth. There is no sort of hairs, or as we would say, mango hairs or anything inside of it. I'm a Julie fan, I'm a Polly fan, but hey, nothing wrong with trying different mangoes as you would suggested. I know at one point in time you guys would have propagated strawberries. Is that still ongoing?
Yes, that is still ongoing. We had some setbacks with the heavy rain. It was causing like a fungus on them, so we're working on getting that rectified. So the strawberries are still on. There's no problem in that.
Is there a price range that you guys usually sell them for?
Yes, they are $40 for one pot of strawberry.
Okay. Strawberries can grow in Nevis, viewers. Understand? Strawberries can grow in Nevis. So if you're interested in local strawberries that you, of course, would have planted, why not come to Propagation Unit? Just 40 EC for a pot, and I guess you'll get a bountiful amount as they start to grow.
They do loop.
Okay,
So
they loop.
They don't run like sweet potato vines or pumpkin. They just loop along. So you can buy one pot and you end up getting a lot of strawberry plants afterwards.
That is lovely. Okay, besides seedlings, fruit trees, and herbs, is there anything else that propagation is unique for in terms of maybe some sort of planting technique that you guys would do here?
Well, for seedlings, I know people would try to grow their own seedling and they normally come and say that we planted our seeds, they're really good, but they haven't germinated. You just need to know the technique and how to plant the seed, which is just 1/4 of an inch. If you have a tray or you plant it in the soil, it's 1/4 of an inch. Some people bury them too deep and then they do not germinate, because when they bring the seeds to us and we get them to grow, they were like, how did y'all get them grow?
Yeah.
There's no magical, there's nothing magical about it. It's just the just knowing what you're supposed to do. Like 1/4 of an inch, just a little piece of your pinky finger.
Okay, I was just going to say measurement.
Yes, just a little pinky finger, just 1/4 of an inch, and lightly cover it. And do not water until the seedlings have germinated. So as long as the mixture is moist, you do not need to water as long as the seedlings haven't germinated. When they germinate, you can water, and then you can feed them fertilizer, which is the Miracle-Gro, at least once every week or once every 2 weeks.
I know propagation, besides planting seeds, they also do grafting and ear layering. Tell the viewers, what is grafting?
Well, grafting is a method of plant propagation. That is where you have the what you call the rootstock of a mango, and the scion, which is the end of the tree where the blossom normally comes out from. That is called a scion, and you combine the two of them together to make one plant. So the bottom may be a long mango, the top part may be amrapali, but that does not mean you're going to get a long mango. You're going to get whatever is on the top, which is an amrapali.
Okay. And ear layering?
Air layering is another method of plant propagation where you're removing at least 2 inches or 2.5 inches of bark from the tree. You lightly scrape it and you put some rooting powder along with some medium there, and within, let me see, a month to 6 weeks, you should be able to see roots coming off of the plant.
Okay. So viewers, stick around. You're going to see a more in-depth explanation and step-by-step process of both grafting and ear layering that the propagation unit does here.
Fresh local fruit and vegetables produced for our nourishment. Buy local, eat local.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Department of Agriculture Propagation Unit. My name is Rhonda Vipers, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do grafting. So we're going to be doing top grafting. So first we have our rootstock, has to be at least pencil size thickness. Then we have the scion. This scion is an amrapali scion. We have the clipper, a grafting knife, grafting tape, rubbing alcohol, and paper towel. So after having all of our materials, I'm going to be cleaning my tools. So I'm going to put some rubbing alcohol on the napkin. I'm going to sterilize my tools. After doing that, I will remove the topmost part of the plant, the apex, at least close to the apex of the plant. And take off excess leaves that I do not need. But you still need to keep some leaves for photosynthesis. Then I'm going to make an incision on the top portion, right in the center. Try to keep it as center as possible all the way down. And I'm going to take my scion. Going to shave off shave off the bark on one side. Then on the opposite side. So after doing that, I'm going to shave it so it can fit directly into the rootstock. So this is what it should look like after shaving off the tip of the scion. So now I'm going to put my scion and rootstock together. And as you can see, perfect fit. So what you need to know when grafting, it needs to at least line up on one side. The rootstock and the scion need to line on one side. It needs to be smooth on one side. If the opposite side is not the same, that's fine. As long as it's smooth on one side, you can work with that. This is my grafting tape. So now I'm going to begin to wrap the two of them together. And it always starts at the base. You don't want the scion to keep moving, so you cannot start at the top. If it's due at the top, it's going to just slide out. So it's best to start at the base where the rootstock and the scion are joined. So I'm going to go around the plant to ensure the two of them are still. And while wrapping, you have to squeeze the two of them together, as well as trying to line them together. So I'm going to wrap from the base right up to the top, squeezing and fixing them as I go. And it always wrap above the incision. So wherever the incision was made here, always go above it because you don't want water to get in. Water gets in, it's going to build up fungus and it's going to die. So after going above, you have to bring your tape all the way back to the base. And then you're going to proceed to just tie it off. I'm going to go around it a few times and then just tie it. And that is how grafting is done, ladies and gentlemen. So as long as your graft is successful, you should be able to see shoots within a week to 2 weeks, the longest. If it doesn't shoot, still be patient as long as it's green. But if it starts turning brown, that means it's not good anymore. And any shoot that comes up below the graft needs to be removed. Okay, viewers, so we're back with, we just finished grafting, so now we're doing air layering. So with air layering, we need a clipper, rooting powder, alcohol, the knife, at least a sharp knife. It doesn't matter if it's a grafting knife, a kitchen knife, as long as it's sharp. And we need our napkin as well, and foil, sorry. Foil and napkin. And we need a medium to do it, which is the Promex that we're going to be using. That's our imported soil. It's made up of twigs and leaves, but if you do not have that, you can use coconut mulch or any soft medium that can go around the plant. So first, we're going to sterilize the tools. So Fiona is there sterilizing our knife, and our clipper. You don't want to be transferring bacteria from one plant to another, so she's ensuring that they are properly cleaned. After sterilization, she's now removing unwanted branches. So first of all, let me say that this is a breadfruit shoot. It's coming off of a root that we planted in the bin. So the shoot came up and now we're grafting it. And the same thing as grafting, it needs to be at least pencil size thickness. So after removing the unwanted shoot, she's now going to make a few incisions on the plant. So she goes around the top portion of the plant, and then she's doing it below as well. So remember, you have to remove at least 2 to 2.5 inches of bark from the plant. So after the removal of bark, she's lightly scraping it to remove excess sap. So now she has the rooting powder that she's going to place around the top portion of the plant, because that is where the roots will be coming from. So as you can see, that's the rooting powder there. And now she's going to put the medium. So she's using the foil. She's going to put some Promex inside, and then she's going to go around the plant with it. So she's ensuring that the soil is secure in the plant, so she's using a double coating of aluminum foil so that the soil doesn't fall out, because it needs to be kept moist in order for the roots to continue to grow it in the soil. So that's the demonstration for air layering, and roots should be expected within 1 month after it's been air layered. So you don't need to open that to put any water, just leave it as it is because the soil is already moist, and you can go ahead and feel it. It's kind of soft right now, Fiona. It's a bit soft right now, so when the roots come in it will be really firm, so you would know the difference. You don't need to remove the foil to feel it. You'll just go on the outside and test it. It's going to be really firm within 1 month. You can just cut it and transplant it to a pot or a plant or a bag.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rhonda Vifus, the person here in charge of the propagation unit. And I do hope that the information that has been disseminated here would be beneficial for the viewers that are watching. Continue to keep up the great work. And please to let the viewers know where can they find the propagation unit and a contact number.
Okay, so the propagation unit is located above the power plant, the Nevis power plant. It's on your left hand side. So you can just come in anytime from 8 to 4, Monday to Friday. The contact information, you can contact the Department of Agriculture to place your orders or ask for any additional information that you need.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're
okay.
welcome.
And there you have it, viewers. Another episode of On the Farm, where we are vocal about everything local. Just to recap this episode, we had a nice discussion with the person in charge of the propagation unit right here in Prospect, where you were able to be aware of some of the fruit trees, some of the propagation practices and techniques that they do here, and some of the herbs that you can come and purchase right here for a very, very low cost. Until next time, I am Shakima Hanley. In the need to get in contact with them, call 469-5521 and transfer to extension 6511. Bye!